Hi guys, while the video was uploading, I did finish the two tags. I put a little washi tape on here, and this is the washi tape that coordinates with this paper collection. And then I cut two mats for these inside pockets. They are 4 1/4 by 5, and then I just used some scrap paper and then a cutout from the collection on that one. On this one, I just used some of the cutout from this paper here, and then I used another tag here from the collection. And what I did was I stuck some, oops, can't even see it. Hold on. I stuck some score tape here so that when you stick a tag in there, it'll kind of stick in there because the paper will stick to the adhesive since it's not a dry adhesive. And then I just stuck a piece of washi tape here just for looks. So that's that. And we have spots here where we can now put photos, and then I thought I would put another cutout from the collection up here. So all I did was take that sheet that's in this paper collection and I just cut them all out. I'm going to use this one up here, and I'm going to just trim it a little bit more and take this part off because I don't like that part. And then I found the brads that I had got that go with this collection, so I'm going to show you how I attach my brads to projects like this. I'm going to zoom in here. This brad has the legs there. I don't know why I'm saying a lot because that drives me nuts when people do that. And then I'm just going to pull them off. Whoops. So let me see if I can get it good. See the leg there? I'm going to hold this end and then pull it off because they're kind of, it's a metal that we can do that easily with. So I just twisted and twisted and twisted until I pulled the leg off. So now I'm going to take a foam square and I'm going to cut it in quarters. I'm going to stick one of the quarters in the back of that. Just stress the edges of this and tape this part on there. Put it on there like that. Oh, here it is. Take off the tape backing off of that brad. I'm trying to see if there's no right or wrong way. And then I'm just going to stick it on there like that. So that just adds a little dimension. So now I'm really going to have to be careful when I stick it into my pocket here. Make sure my pocket's lifted up when I stick it in there. Okay, so now I've got that pocket done, and I'll work on this pocket that went on the front here. I really like the looks of these hearts. So what I'm going to try to do is find some scrap paper. Put this aside here. I'm going to find some scrap paper. Actually, I think I might have hexagon punch. I have a punch that might match that. This is a Stampin' Up! Heart punch, so I might be able to cut out. Let's see what this looks like here. Nope, need a bigger piece. Just going to cut out a heart here. They're not exactly the same size, but I don't think it's going to matter. I can stress this a little bit. Oh, and the other thing I did was that cardstock that I took, a sheet of each of the patterned, or the vintage collector coordinating cardstock. I took it and I cut it down to 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 so that I can put a 4 by 6 photo in it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of these here. Since I have my corners rounded here, I'm going to go ahead and round my corners somewhere. Here it is. I'm going to go ahead and round the corners on my photo mat as well. And distress my edges. Now, if you're giving this away to somebody, you could write on there like 4x6 photo. Use a gel pen, so I want to make sure it's dry before I. Whoa. And just applying tape off camera here to all four sides of that, and then I'm going to put that kind of in the middle, and I'm going to take my heart that I punched out, putting pop dots on it, and I'm going to cut this one in half and put it on there. I love these square ones, and these are by Scrapbook adhesives. Ooh. Okay, maybe not. Guess if you take off the autofocus, it doesn't ever focus, maybe. And I'm going to put that down here, but I want to put it down so that I can still put my photo on there and not have to pull it off and mess with the adhesive. So then I'm also going to punch out another heart, and I'm going to do it. I was going to do it out of that paper. Yeah, I'm going to do it out of this paper here. Yeah. So I'm just going to punch that out. That's all right. And do the same thing. Just going to put, actually, you know what? I'm just going to put one on this one. I think it'll be fine. And then I'm just going to adhere that to there. And that's all I'm going to do to the front of those tags. Now I'm going to pull it out. And we're going to make tags for this right here. And what I had done on my previous one is I had used the paper collection because it had the 4x6 kind of cutouts, and I had just mounted them on black cardstock. This paper collection doesn't have those kind of cutouts, so I'm just going to cut this black cardstock at 6 1/4 by 4 1/4, and I'm going to just cut 3 sheets of that so that I can just kind of decorate these, and these can be used as photo mats. You could put the whole photo on there. Since I'm not sure what I'm doing with this yet, if I choose to give it away, it's a lot easier for somebody just to, you know, go to Walmart or Target or whatever and buy adhesive to attach their pictures than it is if they don't have a cutter to cut their pictures down to a specific size. So I try to stick with the basic 4x6 size. So these are 4x6. So now I'm just going to go through, like I said, I don't throw away my scraps until I'm completely done making the album. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to distress, again, my paper here. And I'm going to throw this darn thing. All right. So do I have any? Oh, you know what? I can grab the chipboard over here and show you. That's a pretty thick chipboard there. When I make my albums, I keep the chipboard scraps as well, and so now I can use those to back up stickers, to pop them up, to make them pop on the albums as well. So I'm just kind of rigging, like I was saying earlier about the chipboard. You know what? I'll do it when the video uploads. No, I'm not wasting time. Okay, so anyway, I'm just taping here now. And let me see, am I zoomed out all the way? I don't know why this thing's not. And I'm just going to apply it to my photo mat here. And then I'm just going to use my tool here. And on my blog, I have a list of all the tools that I normally use. So you can check that out if you want to know what specific kind of tool I'm using or what kind of tape I use. It's a few blog posts back, but it's on there. Now, I have these buttons here, and I did buy these vintage collector buttons. And since this pocket's getting folded over into the front, I don't really have to worry about bulk too much. These are quite bulky, actually, so I don't want to use too many of them in there. This says, I love myself lots. It is so cute. Alright. Maybe if I do this. There we go. So I'm going to stick this on the bottom of that. And now, so that can go right into this pocket here. You know what? That's not going to work. I'll take that off. Use it because this pocket has to have the tags in it this way. So when you fold it over, it's not quite 6 inches. I forgot about that. So just going through, and like this border looks really cute. I love the chevron. So I can use this Stampin' Up! Scalloped punch here. And I'm just going to cut off about 1 inch of this paper. And I'm going to use the scallop punch. I'm going to start in the middle. Try anyway, so that the scallop is in the middle. And I believe that they retired the scallop punch. Not 100% sure, but I think they did. So again, I'm going to distress and then just use my adhesive on the back of it. I'm going to put it on the bottom because I think scallop looks good on the bottom. And there's no tape there. Stupid thing. Okay. I'm moving on. 13 minutes on this one. I'm just going to use scissors on this one and pop that one in there as well. These last two I am going to make little banners, and I'm just using the design that's already in this to make the banner. I'm just going to hang it down like that, and I'm going to cut this one. First, you want to cut up the middle. Let me zoom in here. First, you want to cut up the middle, and then come from the side to your middle cut line. Come from the corner, and that makes the little banner. And I'm actually going to make this one shorter. There we go, and I'm just distressing. So now I'm just going to put that one, whoops, let me get in camera here. I'm just going to put that one over that. And now I'm going to find one of these stickers that are the same. This one right here says, I love you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel this off of here. I'm going to take one of those pieces of chipboard. I'm going to lay it on the chipboard. Now, this chipboard is not super duper thick, so I'm able to cut through it just fine, and I'm just cutting around this pennant shape, or whatever what is this, frame, and I'm a really bad cutter. I always want to move my scissors instead of moving the piece that I'm cutting. So whatever. There we go. If you could see me now, you'd be laughing. I have my tongue hanging out. Okay. So again, I'm going to distress the edges. And I'm going to use score tape on the back of this since it is chipboard. Again, I get my score tape at Score Pal. I do buy like 50 rolls at once. I actually had signed up and got a license to sell stuff, sales tax. Yeah, I got a sales tax license, wholesale license or whatever. I was going to make scrapbooks and sell them, is what I was going to do. And then I tried putting a couple on Etsy, whatever, and I was only selling them for the, oh kitties, I was only selling them for the cost that I had in it. So it's not like I was selling an album for 80 bucks. So I don't think my work's like horrible or anything. It's not the best, but anyway, I couldn't sell them. So I decided not to try it anymore, give up. And then, yeah, I just make stuff now. And I do have a whole pile of mini albums. You know what? Maybe after this video, I will get my camera out and film my box full of albums that I have that I haven't done anything with. Oh, shoot. You know what I wanted to say, though, don't you? It wasn't shoot. This has tape on it right here, right? So I don't want to waste it because I'm just that type of person. So I'm going to put it on my paper here and then press down on my paper and then peel back. And then the adhesive is on my paper now. I know, what is it, like 5 cents or something, but whatever. Oof. I'm just putting this one on here. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to cut off the 2 extras on the sides. And there's some mats. And actually, I could take out a couple of them and put some of these things on the back. And since I cut off the top, I'm just taping it to the top so it doesn't look stupid because, like I said, I hate that they put holes in it. This one here, I'll put on the back of this one, and I'll actually take one of these blue brads here. Since there's a hole in it, I'm going to put it through that, pop the legs open, and then I'm going to use a little bit of score tape over those. And then this, where's my hammer? I don't know where my hammer is. Oh, here it is. Hold on a second, I'm just going to like I'm going to pound these. I'm going to do it over here. Pound those legs flat. See how it's like nice and flat now? Oh, did I get in frame? All right, so then I'm just going to put that here. So there I have some simple, let me zoom back out. I have some simple tags here that I made with just scraps of paper, some of these little journaling spots, and some chipboard. I'm going to stick those in my pockets. And then over here, I have all this area here. And what I'm going to do is find some of this paper here. And I'm going to distress the edges. I'm going to leave them cut out. Ooh. Here. I had talked about wallet photos earlier, and I wrote down the measurement somewhere. You're probably yelling at the thing going to, what was it? I'll just grab the wallet again. And this is 2.5 by 3, right? 2.5 by 3 1/4. So I have the scrap left over from cutting down my 4 by 6. So I'm going to see if any of this is not. Nope. This one might be. Yeah, this one will be 2 3/4 by 3 1/2. And that'll make a nice wallet size. 2 3/4 by 3 1/2. So here we have some wallet size photo mats. I'm going to put that one down there. I'm going to put that one up there. And maybe let's distress these first. And I haven't dipped my little dauber in my ink for a little bit now. So let's see if I can find a word that goes across that I've already cut out. You know, I could do forgive. No, that is like stupid. I'm trying to find one of these sticker things. Think happy thoughts. I think I used that somewhere else. You know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this down, and then I'm going to scream and cuss and throw this thing. I have... Okay, I'm at 23 minutes. So as soon as I get this done, I'm going to... Let's see if I can get on camera here. Do this up there, and then I'm going to put 3 hearts right here. I'm just going to cut 3 of them off, and I'm going to try to space them this way. See that? There, and that. So there's that one, and now this side, I'm actually gonna just cut a couple black mats since there's a lot of black on that page, and call it a day on this one. And actually, I think I'm going to, where to go? Here it is. Maybe stick some washi tape on there, and that can be the embellishment on that. And I'm going to cut it off. I don't think this particular washi tape was that matched the collection, but I think it matches all the colors, so that's why I'm using it. And oops, I wanted that one on the top, and this one on the bottom. And I'm just making sure that I'm lined up here. So there is that one. And this is the pocket that goes right here in the front. So this is how that goes. So I will upload this video and I will come back and do more matting. Maybe not today because this thing is making me mad. Thanks.